Hello guys, so let me show you the last update of my Easyref Addon. So now there is some options in the preferences. I added some information, shortcuts, instruction, and some things to know. For example, you have to rename the cameras directly in the add-on and not directly in the outliner, etc., etc. There is also some options to change the add-on category, to change the distance between the reference and the camera. Sometimes it's really useful to edit this, and to change the shortcut of the pop-up. Right now it's just this, and as you can see, that's work. Pretty nice. So I will show you a little workflow I used on this hydrant. This one. I made this. And I will go and download some references. Not this one. I will select this one because this is nice. I will make a print screen of this one. I use ShareX because that allows me to save the print screen in a directory. So this is really useful. I can do a print screen of on this or just this. I want, for example, this. Not this one. Maybe these two. So print screen on this part to see the regulation of the shadow, etc., etc. So now what I will do is to click on add reference, go in my directory, and directly select the references. I will click on create, and I will directly be in a modal, and I will be able to press S like this, move it, select the other, move it with G. I can play with the opacity if I want, like this. So as you can see, this is nice. I can play with the opacity of this one too. The current opacity is correct, and I will just make a little scale, maybe make a little rotation, like this, and apply with space. So now, as you can see, I'm in my 3D view, and I have all my reference, and this is pretty nice. I will add a cylinder. I will select a cylinder. I will just select the back face and make it to 0 in Z. And now I will place my my reference, for example, something like this, to be sure I have the same. So I will do this. I will move this up, make a little zoom, like this. That should be correct. I will do this. I will make a little zoom again and move it like this. So this is not bad. I will press E. I will select all of this. I will make an inset, and I will do this. So as you can see, I can make, I should have done this. I place it correctly. Okay, so I will press 0 to exit. I will select this and this. I will press Ctrl X if I want. I will go 0 to go in my camera, and I will be able to do this. And in this case, I can make an inset again if I want, and after make an extrude. I can select S Shift Z to make it the good size, etc., etc. So Ctrl R here, Ctrl R here, like this. Select, I have some difficulties, select this one, make this, and as you can see, this is pretty simple. You can press this, GG, etc. So I have this. Now I want to lock the camera, so I will lock with this button. And in fact, that will lock the rotation, etc. of the camera, and you will have this result. So in this case, I will be able to zoom and to edit my my object directly like this. I will be able to add some subdivisions, move it here, scale it like this. Select this, make an inset, Control, like this, make an inset, like this, make another inset, move this like this, Control R, and like that. Okay, so as you can see, this is pretty useful. I can do my model as I want. I can add a subdivision here, another here, another one here, and another one maybe here. So I will select this, make an inset, same as before, and as you can see, I should tweak a little, but it may be because of the focal. I can play with the focal here. That will deform a little my object. Up. But not sure I will have what I want, but as you can see, this is nice. So I will select this, I will come back in my camera, I will zoom, and I will move it. So, up, same for this, etc, etc. So I used this this workflow to make this hydrant. If I hide this one, as you can see, I'm almost done. I will just move all of this up. It's not perfect, as you can see. Maybe I should make a little turn like this. I can lock this, come here to place it correctly, and as you can see, this is really useful. Hopla. Okay, I'm done, and that's it. My object is placed correctly. If I want to edit it, I can, etc, etc. So you can, if you want, add some annotation. If you, for example, are working on some part and you have some difficulties, you can make annotation here. I will draw some lines, for example, like this. You can change the color. I will make it white, I will make it bigger, and you can start working on the wire to check what will be okay for you before making any modeling, and that can be really useful to make something like this, for example. Up, up, up. And in this case, that can work. And as you can see, you can also add some annotation. So text, I will just move the text here, G, and with tab do this, okay, and that's it. So I will stop my annotation, and I will have my object, I will have my my annotation and my reference, and of course I can edit my reference and move them, remove them, for example, if I want to remove this one, and that's it, it's done, and space to apply. So this is nice. You can rename the camera, so with control, yopla, I will make Toto, or hydrant, through, like this. You can, if you want, add other cameras. I will add the same with this one, but in this case I will move it to the side. If I need a camera with my reference, I will place, and that's it. I will be able to work like this, edit my object, and still have my reference, and that will not be an issue. I can on this one add some annotation too, if I want to work on my reference, but for this I have to lock it and zoom inside like this, and now I will be able to add annotation to do whatever I want, change the color of this, change this, I can even make a fill if I want, etc, etc. I can add another layer, up, do this, etc, etc. I will stop my annotation, I will replace my reference like this, and unlock my camera, and now, as you can see, this is nice. I can, of course, edit annotation and draw directly here, for example, etc., and stop the annotation, and I will have everything here like this. So as you can see, this is really useful. Some add-ons like ProRef, etc. are really nice, and in fact you can use both ProRef, for example, or Cradle on the your second screen if you want, and Easyref on the in the scene directly, and to help you to make it better. I will just unlock the camera, and that's it. So as you can see, this is really useful. You can rename the camera, you can rename the other camera, you can lock, you can play with the options, you can directly here, you can remove the camera, you can remove the references, you can remove the annotations. Even if you are on a camera here, this is the active camera, you can remove and edit the other camera. For example, I will edit, and as you can see, I'm on the other camera. So maybe I should add an option to unlock the log view, because if I'm here and I was on this one with the log view activated, when I will edit it, I will not be able to move. But in fact, I'm not able to move. I just can do this, and this is nice. Oopla, up, and this is nice. So I will just come back, lock camera to move it up. Yep. Lock camera to view, and now I'm here. I will try to make something better with this lock camera to view, maybe add it here as an option, or a big button here, or add reference, remove and lock to view, and those two buttons here. Okay, so I will check this. One thing I haven't thought before this morning was if you work on other views, like this, on the other layers, you will not have the options of the camera, because the camera works only on his layer, and you will be able to hide everything, and you will be able to do whatever you want. So this is nice. If you come back on the layer, as you can see, there is the number of the layer 0, this one. You will have your camera, and if you want to move your camera, you can for now just select the camera I want, this one. This is this one. I have the here. There is some tools and options inside, so I will press Control and see everything like this. Hopla. That should have worked. I will select this one with Control. I will move it to another layer, for example this one. And now, as you can see, my cam is in layer 5, and I will go in layer 5, and if I click on my cam, that will fix everything inside, and you will not be able to select, for example, the cam ref, and you will have your camera in this layer, and you have your other camera in the other layer. If you don't want to see it, you will do this, for example. I will try to make something better to hide automatically if I'm not in the good layer, etc. But right now this is how it works, and that's it. I think it's I can select this one and this one. I will press. I'm on this one. I should be on this one with 0. And why my camera is so? Yes, it was an update to do. It's not an issue. So, as you can see, this is quite nice. So, I hope you like the add-on, and it will be available soon on Gumroad, but I have to make to fix it, to check if everything is okay, to check if I don't have an issue, to find other workflow issue, because like I said this morning, I wasn't aware of this issue with the layer, because I was working on it and I forgot about the layer, and now there is a workflow, but I will try to improve it. So that's it. Bye bye.